Hi everybody, this is Erin Johnson, Outstanding Ohio's most resourceful realtor, and I am here today with another Making It Monday. Today I'm not actually going to show you how to make something, but I'm going to show you one of my favorite tools that I use to make things. This is a Christmas present that I got. We must have seen this Ninja Foodi commercial 100 times before Christmas, and I finally told my husband, you know what, I think I might like one of these. So if you saw the commercial, it's the oven that crisps and flips out of the way. So I'm going to share with you a little review about what we've done in it so far and what our thoughts are. Okay, so one of the cool features is that it does flip away. This is it flipped up on my counter, so it's about, I don't know, maybe that's 8 inches deep, and there's still plenty of room before it hits the cabinet to flip up. And then when you want to use it, you simply flip it down like so, and then it's going to take up, most of the counter space. But I love that it can flip up and out of the way when you're done with it. And inside it has a basket, which is what you use to fry things in. It has a tray, and then it has a wire rack. So you can use a combination of those things depending on what you're trying to cook. And then the settings, the things it does is air fry, air roast, air broil, bake, dehydrate, keep warm, and toast. So far we've tried the air fry, quite a bit of the bake. I think I've used toast for like garlic bread, and then we've actually played around with the dehydrate recently to try to dehydrate some fruit. So the air fry works really well for things like French fries and fried pickles and mozzarella sticks and the stuff you buy in the frozen section at the store and typically might put in the oven, and then it comes out like kind of smushy and not that great. Like this really makes it crisp and very good. It's particularly the French fries, so I highly recommend that. And then I've used a bake for kind of in place of an oven in a lot of cases. So the one really nice thing about it is it heats up really fast. The preheat is like maybe a minute, and then it's actually the right temperature. And my daughter likes these Bosco sticks that I think in the regular oven take like 16 minutes plus the good 10 plus minutes to preheat. She can put them in this thing and get them out completely, including the preheat time, I think in 10 minutes. So it heats up faster, and it seems to heat better or quicker the meal itself. So I love that, and I've actually used a 9x9 glass casserole dish with chicken dishes and put it in there, and it cooks, maybe in 15 minutes versus the oven might take 20. What else have I've done? Like a sheet pan meal with veggies on it, like roasted veggies. That turned out really well. And pizza. So historically, I always used a toaster oven, and really the main reason I had a toaster oven, to be completely honest with you, is to reheat pizza. Nothing reheated pizza better than a toaster oven, in my opinion. I mean, the oven might have done okay, but it just took a lot longer and seemed like more of a process. So I've always loved my toaster oven for reheating pizza and making garlic bread. It was kind of the two go-to things for that. So this reheats pizza very well and very quickly, and we've also made a homemade pizza in there that came out really well. So highly recommend that on the bake function. And then, like I said, we've recently tried dehydrating some fruit. Now, I've never done this before, so I have nothing to compare it to. I think it took 6 hours, and it did seem to dehydrate it and work out pretty well there. My only real complaint is it's kind of hard to clean, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. So this basket, it looks kind of dirty there, but I think it's clean. It's hard to clean because there's obviously so many holes in it, but that's not been as big of an issue as this tray has been. This is, and you can kind of see that, this is after I've cleaned it. It's got this like gunky, and this is gross, I'm sorry to even be sharing this, it's kind of embarrassing. But it's got this like sticky residue on it that I just can't get clean. Or if I do clean, it ends up like just smudging in, basically like that. So I don't know what is happening there other than, maybe just residue from all this fried stuff or whatever is like sticking to it and not getting clean. So we've resorted to, and this happened like early on, like maybe the second or third thing I cooked, it started doing this. So we have started using foil that we'll put down if we're putting things in there like pizza or whatever, or if it's a baked good. And this is kind of recommended anyhow, to use parchment paper if you're making cookies, which I forgot to mention we did make some cookies in there, and those came out pretty well as well. So that's the one thing that's not my favorite. It's gross, and if there's probably something out there that would help clean this, but for now we just cover it in foil and use a lot of foil. And then we haven't really cooked anything so much directly on that rack, so that's been fine. So that's really my only complaint, and we've managed with it. It's really a great tool to use to make meals quickly, and even the kids have learned how to use it, and we've really enjoyed it. So I wanted to kind of give you my quick review and recommendation for the Ninja Foodi. There is a larger version as well that has, I think, 3 racks, and you can like roast a whole chicken in there, which I never do, so that wasn't a concern. Like you can roast a chicken and then make a tray of potatoes up above. Oh, speaking of potatoes, I have also done baked potatoes in there. I wrap them in foil, put a little olive oil and salt, wrap them in foil, and it takes 40 minutes at like 425. So a little, again, quicker. I think in the oven I usually put them in for at least an hour. So that's been good as well. But yeah, there's a bigger version that you can roast a chicken and then like put a tray of potatoes up above, but it does not flip out of the way, and it's more expensive. So we ended up opting for this one. We figured it was big enough for our needs to kind of test it out, and we liked that it flipped away. So there you have it. Happy making it Monday. Have a good week.